Welcome to the channel, Super Moms. My name is Shiloh Bryant. This is New Birth Fitness. Here, we're all about empowering moms to transform lives and change the world. Have you been wondering if you've been doing this machine properly? Leg press? Or have you been using this machine to avoid doing your squats? This is by no means a substitution for doing your squats, but if you use these in combination together, they can be a powerful duo. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your foot placement. We're not going to make it overly complicated, right? There's so many different angles you can use, but we're going to keep this very simple. So there's two main ones you want to look at. Either, and it depends on what you're going for. Either you have your feet really low on the press, or you have it higher up. If you have it higher up when you go to press, what you're going to work more is your hamstrings, which is the back part of your leg, and your glutes. If you go down lower, you're going to work more of the front part of your leg, which is more of your quads. So depending on what you're going for is what you're going to work. So in your stance, you want to probably slightly outside of shoulder width apart is the easiest way to go about it. Like I said, there's multiple variations, but we're going to stick here, and this is all you really need. Shoulder width apart would be like this, and you probably go slightly wider. Turn your toes out just a little bit, and then you'll press forward. All right, you'll move. Every leg press machine will be a little bit different, but these, you pull them in to unlock it, and now you go down and do your reps, right? Go down, do your reps. So being higher up, like I said, is gonna work more of your glutes and hamstrings. Being lower down is gonna work more of your quads. So you can be right there in the center to get an overall development. Okay, so now each one of these leg press machines will be a little bit different, right? Some of them, when you go to push it up, to pick it up off the rack, you might have to pull them in to unlock it so you can actually go down. Other ones might be a pull. There's different levers. So in this case, two main things I'm going to start with that you don't want to do is when you're finishing your reps each time, you don't want to be locking your knees out like this. This is how a lot of people cause their knees to hurt. Don't lock your knees out like this. And then also when you go to push the weight up, the same way you went down, you want to come back up the exact same way with your knees. You don't want to start going down like this, and then when you go to push the weight up, you do this, right? Terrible on your knees. Protect your knees. And then when you're coming down, if you notice that as you get low, your chest and stomach is stopping you from getting deep enough, then you can widen your stance a little bit so that now your knees go around your body and you get the full depth and you can come back up. Now, when it comes to how far you go down on the reps, you do not want to be that person that you load up a bunch of weight and you just barely bend your knees. You're putting all the pressure on your knees by doing that. That's ego lifting. Now, there's a certain amount of weight that you want to use to actually push yourself, but there's a happy medium between both. So when you go to pick up the weight, you unlock it and you go down. You don't want to be this person, barely doing anything. I'm bending my knees. You're not really working your legs in the front or the back, putting all the pressure here on your knees. So what you want to do is you want to come down to at least 90 degrees here, right? And if you want to go a little bit further, even better. At least 90 degrees, back up. You see how I'm not locking my knees out like this? You come down to about here, right? So go down, back up right before locking my knees out, back down, back down, back down. And then when you finish with your rep, before you put it down, you want to lock it back. Now, on that same token, when you go to do these, there's also, if you go too deep, what'll happen is your butt will come up off the bench. If your butt comes up off the bench, it means you're starting to put pressure on your lower back. So you want to go right before you get that deep so that you don't actually hurt your back. And everybody's different. So let's say you go really, really deep. A lot of time what you'll see people start happening to people is they'll start doing this. Okay, so in real time, it's about how your set should look. You pick it up, you pull these in, unlock it. Come down, get your feet exactly where you want them based on what you're looking for. Come down smooth, come up. Come down smooth, come up. Come down smooth, come up. Not locking these out heavy, not just rushing and rushing. Smooth control, back up with speed. Keeping your knees lined up, everything lined up, okay? Lock it back, back. So this is where you go to actually load weight, right? So you slide on whatever weight you decide to use, and let's say you max out all of these, and you can even move to the top one. So this is the way you do it, just slide on a plate like this. Now, I don't know why somebody has these clips up here. This is literally absolutely useless up here. These clips are so that the weight doesn't slide off. But when you're on a machine, the weight can't really slide off unless it's really, really close to the end and then it falls like that. But this is literally basically pointless. So don't put these up here. If somebody puts these up here, you automatically like, yep, they're beginning. They don't know what they're doing, which is okay. Everybody starts from somewhere, but yeah, there's no need to have these on the leg press, okay? Let's say you're home and you don't have a leg press. There is no substitute for doing squats. Just literally do a bodyweight squat. Look at the video that we already posted that's fully showing you how to do squats from top to bottom, all the form, all the tips and everything. Same thing, right there, do a squat. Down, back up. Down, back up. Let's say you have a dumbbell, you wanna add some more resistance. You can take the dumbbell, you can do a goblet squat. Same thing, just hold it here, chest up, come down, squat, back up. Another alternative you can do, you can just grab a bench, or if you're home, a step, or the couch. Be careful on the couch. If you're at somebody else's house, stay off the couch, you might get in trouble, right? But you can do a step up. Depending on how high you are, if you're on a step that's about this high, it'll be easier. The higher up you go, the harder it'll be, and it'll actually start working the back part of your leg and glutes a little bit more. General rule of thumb, you wanna get to where you're at least 90 degrees wherever you're stepping up, but you can start lower if you need to. So from here, you're gonna just step up, push foot up, go right back down, come right back up on the same leg. Main thing you don't wanna do, you don't wanna be just jumping to get up because you're not really using your leg muscles to get up. You're using momentum to get up, you're jumping. So you wanna come up using your legs, come down, control, back up. And you can swap legs, but the reason I'm keeping the same leg, it keeps the tension on this one leg. Then you swap and you go to the other leg and do the same thing. All right, that's the end of the video. Hope y'all got a lot of value out of it. Remember, all of this stuff, you just gotta keep doing it. It's gonna get easier and easier and easier. Don't make it hard because honestly, it's really all simple. Once upon a time, I didn't know how to do it. I know so many other people didn't know how to do it. And now you can get to a point to where you can master it just by trying it. But the only way you can get better at it is by trying it over and over and over. So let's level up. So much more on the way. Like, comment, subscribe. Newberg Fitness family, we'll see you at the top.